What's going on, everybody? AM Pickers here. I just wanted to sit down and have a discussion with y'all and kind of wanted to get your opinions on um, what the futures market is and how it's tied into pop culture and how we can maximize profits as eBay resellers. So I'm sitting here listening to some video games and listening to some music and the separate ways from Journey, featured in Stranger Things, comes on. And it reminds me of this topic conversation that we had at 127 with a couple of resellers. So, the matter at hand that I brought up is Kate Bush sings Running Up That Hill, becomes the oldest person to ever get a number one single, and absolutely goes off the charts. And if you can see here, you look at a cassette and the way that initially it was, I don't know, probably pennies on the dollar a year ago, and then came up to 300 as high as 800, and really averages out about $100. And it's not even that great of a song. Like, realistically, I'd rather be stuck in the upside down being rickrolled for 24 hours than to listen to anything outside of the 15 seconds that song is relevant to the show. And then also a Walkman with the cassette tape. And it goes to 91 bids on June 25th and sells for over $10,000. Like, absolutely ridiculous when you think of it. And who's spending this money? Like, it's nobody in our age, it's nobody 35 and over. And I don't see it being anybody in high school, which is the primary audience, and feel it's probably that 25 to 35 demographic. And we're looking at $10,000, or on average $100 for a cassette. And I got to talking with Tim and Carrie, or Carrie American Arbitrage, and Tim from Over the Years, the Glass Guru, or Over the Years Sports also. And one of their opinion, because they deal a lot in sports cards, so they do some future aspect. Like, they play futures with sports cards. And you hear them talking about it sometimes where they'll go out looking for certain cards because they're performing well, and they're going to estimate or forecast an uptick in it. So they're going to pick those cards up and they're going to start pushing them. Also, Kerry had mentioned he did some stuff with comic books as well. Anytime that Marvel releases, advance notice that they're going to do something with Disney Plus and they're going to put out a new show or they're going to put out a new movie, then he's going to buy those comic books. So another way to play the futures. Kevin, Commonwealth Picker, pointed out, one specific example a couple of years ago when Dukes of Hazzard did the remake. He actually bought the Cobra radio that was featured in Jessica Simpson or Daisy Duke's Jeep. Bought two of those, knowing that they were going to have a little extra value, and said he listed them, sold right away. And on top of that, if y'all know Kevin, he lives near Liberty University, and there's two ways that essentially plays the futures market in it. He stated before a couple of years ago that most of the people that go to that school are not from that area. So when they go back home, back to their state, back to their hometown, the merchandise isn't readily available, and they want to have that sense of nostalgia. So he buys it, puts it online, and it's steady sellers. And over the last year, with the forecast of Malik Willis, he stated multiple times again, it's creating a little buzz. It's a gain in interest. What is it y'all do? What do y'all look for in items? What do y'all look for in items that allow you to play the futures market in relation to pop culture or in relation to something else? And what is your high peak that you forecast, and how do you utilize that to maximize your profits? Let me know down in the comments below. Let us all know, and let's have a discussion. I mean, when we come to think of it, it's a market that we're all in. We all talk about bolos, and it's be on the lookout. So we're always looking for that thing that's going to bring us some money in the future. Now let's determine how we maximize the profits. Thanks for watching. Warning, use of the Commonwealth Picker Flipper name, Garage Sale Nation, Blue Ridge Mama, Homeschool Hustlers, or any named version of their diarrhea doll without the express written consent, ex post facto of your material or monetary donation, strictly forbidden without the permission of Commonwealth Incorporated Industries, LLC, member CWPIC.